It's been a while since I've done a boosting bitches episode, and that's mainly because I don't have any footage for one. If you do happen to have some footage of boosting going on, then you can always email me, thelschwanz27@gmail.com, and I'll take a look to see if it's usable in this pseudo-defunct series, since tactical insertion isn't as prevalent as it used to be. Same thing with the spawn beacon in Battlefield. I mean, I do have some old Call of Duty boosting clips, like from Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2. Would you guys even watch that shit? Let me know down below. Anyway, so let me set the scene for you. I noticed that my buddy Knots was playing Battlefield 5 according to Origin, and I thought this was particularly strange because he never plays the game unless it's with me on stream, so I sent him a message on Discord asking if it was actually him that was playing, and he responded with, "Nope." After suspecting that someone else was on his account, I told him to immediately sign on to Origin and then change his password and enable two-factor authentication, which everybody should always be using so they don't get their accounts hijacked, just like in this case. I then clicked on his Origin ID so that I could join his session to see what was going on, and noticed that his account was connected to an Asian server while playing Battlefield. Big surprise there. At first, I suspected that someone hacked into his account, then used it to play while turning on cheats, such that the cheating little shit stain doesn't get his own account banned, or with how badly DICE is at detecting cheats and the ineptitude of Fair Fight, no repercussion at all. When I joined the server, however, something else stood out to me. I joined at the very end of the round, and you can't see it because my giant fucking face obscures that part of the scoreboard, but pulling up the report on battletracker.com shows that he went 0-7 that match. So this person clearly isn't hacking, but then I thought to myself, oh shit, someone is using that account to boost with. I did end up on the same team as the hijacker, but I wasn't able to join the same squad since it was full. However, I proceeded to follow Knots' character around like a lost puppy for part of the match, trying to record proof that some shenanery was taking place. Unfortunately for me, the person that was controlling this character must have either gotten a shitload better real fast, or they realized that one of Knots' legit friends had joined the server and stopped doing the shady shit that was going on prior to when I joined. After seeing this for a little bit, I left the game because I didn't get what I want, and according to the Battlefield Tracker website, the player ended up going 5-9 that game. The subsequent game on Narvik, which I didn't see, he went 0-1, so it's clear whomever was playing just got off afterwards, but it's weird that it says that he played for 0 minutes and 0 seconds and somehow got 1 death. That doesn't really make much sense, but since you can't actually look at stats really anywhere, I don't know if the Battle Tracker API actually works all that well, but that's kind of out of my control. There are other games that the account played earlier that day, which were 0-6 and 0-7, with another going 0-0, so again, I suspected that devious activity was going on. Unfortunately, I looked through all of the reports for those other games, and there wasn't an Origin ID that played in all 6 games with him, so I guess you could rule out boosting unless the person that the hijacker was boosting with had 2 different accounts with 1 for each play session. I took a closer look at the reports, and it actually gives a breakdown of what weapons that he was using during the match. In the game where I joined at the end of the round and he went 0-7, I could see that the player was using the medic class for the majority of the time with the support class for just around 2 minutes, and the spawn beacon, which would make it easy for boosting, is on the recon class, so that clearly doesn't line up. But in the prior play session, the other 0-7 game, he used the medic class for almost 4 minutes out of a 15.5 minute game, and the 0-6 match, in which he only played for 3 minutes and somehow got 6 deaths, he was using the recon class exclusively, which definitely points to some boosting activity. To make matters even more confusing, there's a 0-0 game in that session where it says that the player was active for 7 minutes using the recon class but didn't register a kill or a death. This means that he most likely just spawned in and stayed in one spot, which is what some cheaters will do on alternate accounts to have easy access to knowledge of where those teammates are if they are also going to be using a main account on the other team for easy killing. Yes, some troglodyte has actually done this before. Link in the description to probably the most pathetic Battlefield 5 cheater I've ever seen, who has set up many accounts across multiple PS4s to play with at the same time to cheat in order to gain some false status in a leaderboard EP measuring contest, in which he had to come up with some elaborate schemes and throw away probably thousands of dollars to do so. Fucking pathetic. So anyways, what do I make out of all of this? I can't really prove boosting because I didn't witness it when I joined the match in progress, and even though there's red flags all over the place about possible coordinated cheating with the scores, I can't connect any player on the other team to the bad stats from the Knott's hijacker. They clearly weren't trying out cheats like aimbot or ESP or anything else, because then you'd have obviously great stats, and the only game that player even had one single kill in it was the one that I interrupted. The conclusion then becomes, is this a player who can hack into people's accounts to take them over, but is so fucking bad at the game that they struggle to even just get one kill? Are you fucking kidding me? You have the skill set to commandeer Origin accounts, but you can't play one of the more easy skill gap Battlefield games? Why in the fuck would you even go through all this trouble? Why bother taking over an account to play and then install a game when you're so fucking obviously terrible at it? I mean, Origin Access, which grants you the full version of Battlefield 5 among a plethora of other games, is only $5 a month. You're telling me that you're so broke and or don't have access to your parents' credit card for a measly Lincoln that you have to crack an Origin ID to play a game that you can't afford? Holy shit, that's fucking sad. So this is either a case of a booster that I can't definitively prove, a hacker whose cheats obviously didn't work, or an account hijacker that is so fucking bad at video games that it's hilariously pathetic. Which one do you think it is based on the evidence I presented? Let me know down below. I've been the Schwanz27, and I don't always lurk on Southeast Asia servers, but when I do, I come across boosting bitches.